to call themselves a failure. You know, when you look in the mirror, you don't want to say, hey, not a bad failure. You know, nobody wants to recognize themselves and their flaws in that way. We want to feel like we're not so bad, we're not doing so bad, we did okay. You know, we want to, you know, feel good about ourselves. So how can we be truthful with ourselves and at the same time feel good about ourselves and positive about a year to come that's going to be a year full of productivity, blessings, and good things? So I think we really have to really dig deep into our hearts and minds in the moments that we're standing there on Yom Kippur and ask ourselves, what are we really feeling? And what are we really thinking in those moments where we say, Hashem, I'm sorry. Hashem, I regret. Hashem, I want to be better. I want to do better. Do we really mean it? Or are we just faking it? And I think in truth, we really mean it. We mean it. Problem is maybe we have difficulties executing those feelings and those thoughts. But those thoughts and feelings are real. And it's those real thoughts and feelings that God can sense and also appreciate. And that is why ultimately He does forgive us and gives us that second chance and many, many chances. We're taught that God gives us an infinite amount of chances because He understands that in the depth of our hearts, we sincerely want to be good children. We sincerely want to do for Him. We want a connection with Him. And if that's really the place where we're coming from, then Hashem is always there to forgive, as we know He's a loving Father. But on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we mentioned about Avinu and Malkeinu. We have to remember the idea of the king behind this. And that really, really directs us toward more of a feeling of accountability. And it's not enough just to have good intentions. You have to also do good. You have to produce. And we have to balance these two. We have to make a real effort. When we're done with the prayers and the, asking for the forgiveness of Yom Kippur, we have to now then bring it into action. We have to work on execution and come up with the right plans and work on the steps, even simple, small steps, baby steps, in departing from the patterns that cause us to fail in the past. And if we make a sincere effort to be better and to do better, that really solidifies and makes all of the praying and all of the tshuva that led up to Yom Kippur even more real. And we have God behind us to help us in our success. No one is going to be perfect. We're not expected to be perfect. God understands that we were made with flaws. And those flaws are not really there to bring us down, but they're there to help build our character and to help dig deeper and to ultimately climb to the higher place than we were. And so it's not necessarily about whether you fell and that means you failed. It's about what you do afterwards. It's the idea in the effort in trying to make up for that lost ground or to fix those mistakes. That's when a person is really defined. In the attempts and even in the remorse, even if there's a situation that you can't fix, the feeling bad about it is also part of the tshuva, and Hashem sees all of that. And so let us really take an opportunity this coming year to be real with ourselves and certainly real with Hashem. Let us make our best efforts and be, of course, on our side as Hashem is on our side. Let's look at the positive things we can accomplish and let's build on that. And of course, let's never give up. And when we meet here again next year on Yom Kippur with the same prayers, asking again for the same forgiveness, let us feel happy at least in that we tried and in whatever we were able to accomplish, realize that is something worth why we're here. And may we all merit a good judgment on Rosh Hashanah and of course forgiveness on Yom Kippur and a very happy, positive, productive year to come.